everyone. Welcome to my channel, T-Bird Stacking. Oh, this T-Bird's still working, so I figured I'd go live. I was just watching a few different live streams going on. Last one I was in was Stack That Gold. He had a live stream going on. I decided to stop in there, show him a little support. Let's see here. Need to make a little room here. I got no room. I got some things I wanted to do. Set that over there. Things I wanted to get accomplished, get things done. Hey, Chu, how you doing? Hey, Raka, how you doing? Let me just step out here real quick. Let me grab I want to grab a water. It's in the other room. Uh, yeah, I wasn't gonna go live, and thought Mrs. T-Bird was gonna get done work early, and she didn't. So I was kind of tinkering around with my electronics and doing some salvaging, taking some things apart, and watching a few different live streams. I asked her how much longer she was going to be, and she didn't know. So I I decided to watch a few live streams, and I was going through some of my albums because I got some bills I want to put away, and I figured, I might as well go live. Oh, I mean, I didn't even pop open I got my laptop open, but I didn't pop it open so I can read the chat better. I'm looking at it through my phone, and it's really small. I can't see the text very well from my phone. Let's see here. Get that popped open so I can see it better. Hey, Stack That Gold. So this is where you went. Yeah, Stack That Gold. I got home. I was on a live when I came home, listening to somebody's live, and I went into another live, and then I saw yours. I intended on going live. As soon as I got home, this is about maybe an hour and 45, about an hour and a half ago. I wanted to go live. I was going to go out into my garage studio, and I already got my 2 auto furnace all set and ready to go. I just had to turn it on. I never did. It's snowing here. It's like 25 degrees out, and I just don't feel like going out into the cold. But I was going to do a live stream pour, but yeah, I stopped by your live, and I figured I'd give you a little support. Yeah, I'm a night bird. Yeah, I don't get home till about 11 o'clock. I work evening second shift, and then by the time I get home, and maybe 2:30, 3:30 in the morning, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning before I go to sleep. But I was tinkering around with some of my uh, electronic things I have because I tear things apart. I scrap them for silver, gold, copper, whatever I can get. Yeah, we got snow. Yeah, you sound like you're down. I think you were in another live stream when I was chatting with you. I think you're down in around New York City area, and I think we were talking about trains. Yeah, I work for a company that builds trains, and I see a lot. If you've been on the Metro North trains, MTA, and a lot of the cars you see down there, and some of the cars even over in Jersey, those double deckers. Uh, every double decker you see, and every MTA train you see, I have been in and I have worked on every single one. I've been there before anybody else. Hey, Dennis Menace, how you doing? Good evening. He's like in and out. He's over. It's another day, probably early in the morning for Dennis the Menace. Thanks for stopping in, smashing that like button, Dennis. You maybe you do. I know. I can't say because it's against my. I had to sign a disclosure agreement. I can't go on all multimedia and talk about my company, or I can't take videos or pictures where I work and show them, or I could actually get fired. But they can't stop me from saying what I do for a living. They can't stop me from saying I work for a company that builds trains. They can't. Currently, I'm a crane operator and I'm moving trains all day long. And I use a shuttle wagon. I move them in and out of the building all over places. They can't do nothing on that. And if they do, oh well, see you later. 3 years, I'll be gone anyways, and you'll just make it go longer or quicker. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've got some bills that I really don't want to keep out here. I've got a lot of my table. Uh, I got to get things a little more organized. I got some star notes here I wanted to that I got from a certain particular person. I wanted to put those away. I don't like leaving those out. But I was tinkering around with some scrapping, getting some scrap silver off some electronic components that was at my kitchen table. And that's when I first started listening to your live, and I stumbled in there. That's my Canadian foreign. I'm gonna try to. I guess see I got them out here. And I've got oodles and oodles, older bills, star notes, red seals. I've some of these things I've shown before. I just taken them out because I wanted to put some things away. There's multiples in here as well. This is just not a single $2 bill. Only a 1776 $2 bill, but they're all crisp. Some of them are in sequence. Uh, they are all crisp, brand new, never touched except for by me. And there's several sleeves in there like that, but I've got some extremely old bills and some that are actually worth a high price. There's some $2 bills I'm not sure where they are. I gotta find them. They have errors on them. Um, I'd have to. It'd take me forever to go through them all. That is not the one I want. Uh, oh, this is one of the ones I was talking about. I got this back when I was a young teen. It's 1928D $2 bill. It's as crisp as you can get, and it is an off-cut print. 1928D. I don't know if I can get that close enough where it can focus in. Oh, where is the date? It was right over. I thought it was over there. No, it's over there in the corner. Yeah, I've showed that bill before. There's only one small little thing with it, and that's the only thing I bought it like that. There's a little bit of a stain on the 7, and it actually protrudes out to the other side. That's the only problem with that. Other than that, it's perfect, crisp, just like a brand new bill off the press. That's just a fake. That's just a fake novelty bill. I don't even remember where I got that. A long time ago. And I even collect different unique serial numbers. There's a lot of fives in that one. I wish those were eights. That's just a wrinkle oak star. No, I'm not too worried about that one. That's a low serial number 20. I kept. There's another one in there, I think. Is there? No. Hey, Deanine, how you doing? I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah. Yeah. Here's a $20 bill that I had with just eights and nines. Kind of found that one in the wild. I kind of kept that one. What do you got? One, two, three, four eights and four nines. Yeah. My eyes are going bonkers after work. There's more $2 bills. And that's, is that the one with the eight? Oh, no, that's not the one. This ain't the one I wanted either. But anyhow. Oh, here we go. I think this is the one that I want. Here's a nice crisp star note, $100 bill star note. And I think this is exactly where I wanted to put the other $20 star notes. Oops. I love star notes and unique ones. There's more fives, older fives. Not sure the year of that one. Let's see here, that one. I can't tell. I don't got my magnifying glass in here. Do I? No, I don't. Maybe if it holds up close enough, get it focused in, maybe I can see it. 1963. Really, it's a star note. I don't want to take it out of there. I don't want to touch it. That's the reason why I think it's a 1963 star note. Red seal. Pristine. Not a wrinkle in it. Yeah, I collect other things than just copper or silver or gold. Yeah. Woo! I love that. Oh, the other one that I had that I took out. Somebody I can't remember whose stream it was, but I love collecting different types of ones. There's a 2023, I think it is, $2. Yoda. Let me get towards putting these in the book that I wanted to put them in. I'm gonna have to shuffle some things around, I guess. Maybe not. I can put this in here back to back. Put that $20 star note. Make that $20 star note. I'll just put them back to back. I just want to get these two in here instead of leaving them out on my desk. I want to keep them in there like that. Hey, Ann Marsh, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. That's $1. I'll just stick this in here for now. That's a fairly crisp dollar. Yeah, those are some really awesome pictures your son took and your daughter the day before that, and that was some really good pictures. I love those pictures you posted on your wall, Deneen, and the place where you went for your checkup, I believe it was. That was really awesome. I love that. There's some great pictures. Let's see who else we got in here. And I did show those. Does anybody remember? I showed this during one of my. I was going through a couple of live streams that I had that I've never even published from 8 months ago that I did. Trying to think, and I showed off this military note in that live stream. Has anybody ever? There's dollar bills behind it, but has anybody ever seen a 19? I think it's a 1945 or 40, 44, 45. It's a military note. 25 cents. A note or certificate. It's kind of unique. I forgot where I even got that from. There's the back side of it right there. It's not the greatest condition, but it's pretty nice. I've never really come across any more of them like that. I'm sure if I researched them, I probably could find some, probably. Yeah, it is a pretty cool note. It's a military payment certificate. Note. Let me set that over here. Oh, I guess I might as well go through some of my foreign stuff too. I've showed some of this before too, as well. An older Canadian $2 bill. Um, I forget what that's from. I forget where that's from. It's a Lear. It's not in the greatest condition. That's another type of bill. Not sure where. I'd have to research it again or look at it close. I think it's Dutch. I don't know. I think this one was. Whoops! There goes a Canadian $10 bill. One that I kept. I kind of got. This one ain't that old. I just flipped on the ground, but I kind of love the way they did the bill. I think this was 1867 to 2017, commemorating something, but it actually feels like plastic. The whole thing. That's just one I kept because I thought it was neat. Sorry, I'm not paying attention as much to the chat. Got any? I think that's a Cinco Dumas banknote of the Morocco right there. Forget where I even got that one. And then these they don't even make anymore. I got a bunch of these. There's probably about 10 of them in there. Canadian $1 bills. Because I do live up near the Canadian border. And I used to work out of a garage. There's probably, I think, probably about 10, at least 10 in that sleeve. And there's probably at least 10 more in that sleeve. And I can't remember the date. I think it's a 1954 Canadian $2 bill. I'm getting the glare from my ceiling light from Ottawa. Yep. And I kind of had a cool serial number, I thought. I don't usually do too many of these, I guess. And this is another 1954, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try to stay away from the glare, the light. Yeah, 1954 Canadian $1 bill. It's a fairly low serial number. I forget where I even got that one from. I got more. I just grabbed a few out of my safe so I could put some of my tools away, and I didn't know which one they were, and I just grabbed the whole stack. Those tools. I forget why them 20s were in there. Why was that 20 in there? Oh, low serial number. Low serial number. Yeah, I way back in the day, I paid $24.95 for that. $24.95. Back when I was like about 17 or 18 years old, I bought that. That one I just showed you a little while ago. At 1928D. Take a look at the chat. Make sure I'm not missing Vietnamese dong or Iraqi dinar. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, and I showed you those. I put those other star notes in there. I've got other albums of star notes. I mean, I collect. Oh, the stuff I collect. The stuff I get. And I grabbed that. These were actually. This was actually on top like that, and I just grabbed those, and I sat them down on my kitchen table, and then I decided to go live. But I forget what year this is, but sometimes I hide things inside. I don't know if I got anything hidden in this one or not. Whoopsie, that's just a seal. Which one is this one? 1984. 1984 set. It's kind of cool. I like those. I've got a lot of these. Let me show you the certificate of authenticity. This is a 1984 Olympic Prestige set, and it comes like in a little booklet. They're all proofs. 1984. The top one is silver. The rest are they're clad in your copper coins, all from 1984. I've collected a lot of those. Mint sets, whether they be uncirculated, silver proofs. I've collected almost every year, all the way through the early 80s, all the way up through mid 2000. Doubles, triplicates, and quadruplets of each and every date. I've got every date you can imagine. And I even have some previous to that. I have them all the way down to hey, Broke Stacker, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's one of my prestige sets. I start talking about it, and I can go in the other room. Me and Yoda can go in the other room and go grab a few of them, but they're all sealed sets. They're all silver proof or silver. They're sets from 19. I got them from. Let me try to think here. What's my earliest date? My earliest date, I think, is a 1955 proof set from the U.S. Mint. Not opened, still sealed. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. All the way up through. and then some. Some of them have doubles and triplicates of. Um, I think I showed them on a video. I think. Um, Let me see here. Let me go get them real quick. Hold on. I'll only be like 30 seconds. All right, I lied. That was 50 seconds. I forgot I shut the safe, locked it back up. Now there's one of these, which is only a 71 that has airs. A couple of these I had opened, 71 and 72. I'd opened these, and one of them, I forget which one it is. It's either the 71 or 72 has errors on them. I did open them. But the only reason why I opened them because they were a little bit on the ratty side. They weren't real old. I just grabbed this. I just grabbed this stack. I just grabbed a stack of these. I got more stacks. Here's a 1964 uncirculated set from the Treasury Department, United States. Never opened. Never seen the light of day. I really should have had my glasses. Oh man, or not my glasses, but my magnifying glass. Where is it? Oh man, I can't read that date. Who can read that date? Oh, I can see it better on my laptop. 1959. Proof set. Never opened. They say 59, right? Yeah. Proof set. Never opened. I guess I got to hold it farther and farther away. Here's a 61. Proof set. Never opened. My arms ain't long enough. 1962. Proof set. Never opened. Still in the sealed package. 57. Some of these are killing me to open them. I've had some of these for years and years. Is that a 57, Denny? Yep, that's a 57. Never open. I wonder if that Benjamin in there has his Bugs Bunny teeth. Hmm. Oh man, would I love to open that. Where's Cartier at? Cartier Silver, boy, he would really love this. He would love this stuff. What do I have here? 68? Or is that a 58? I think it's a 58 because of the package. Oh man, I really gotta get better glasses. 58. Never opened. Yeah, never opened. That's a pretty envelope. That don't look like it's how many years old is that? 58? Oh, let's see. Just say 60, 40, 65, 66, 67. It's 67 years old. Does that look like it's 67 years old? Come on. That's 67 years old. Never seen the light of day since it's been packaged. Yeah. Is that a 63? Or is that a 60? Another 68. Oh, you guys can probably see it better than I can. I think it's a yep, 63. Thank you, Danine. 63 never opened. There's a lot of silver in there. Never seen the light of day. Ooh, here we go. This one too. This is one I've been dying to open. I want to open it. I can't. I cannot bring myself. As much as I want to open it, I can't bring myself to open it. Oh, wait, no, that's a 63. That's not the 55. It looks like the 55. Yeah, it's 63. Now, now I can't uncirculated set 68. I know I got a 55. There it is. That's a 55. There's a 69, another uncirculated 60, 60. I should have these organized in order, and I don't. They're just thrown in there. Here is the 55. I can tell because it's some bigger letters. This is the one I was talking about. Oh, yeah. This is the one. Oh, what I wouldn't do would be so easy. Oh, Mr. Smoky Mountain toothpick. Oh, it would be so easy just to slip that in, and I can't. As much as I want to, I don't want to as much. But it's killing me inside not to open it, not to see the Benji that's possibly in there. Oh, silver dime. He's got a 90% silver dime, 90% silver quarter, 90% Benji. 1955. What if that was a Bugs Bunny? Oh, man. Never seen the light of day since 1955. Hmm. Well, these ones, it's been a few months since I opened them, but like I said, I had opened them and I had looked at these. This is the 72. I do have a 1972 double die air, but it's not here. It's not here. I do have a 72 double die air. But this has both sets. Both sets in them are pristine. But I've got a lot of other mint sets other than that as well. Uh, other than the paper ones, I've got the newer style that comes in the boxes. I remember buying back in the day, 1999, the uncirculated sets. I got like 4 or 5 sets of the uncirculated. I got 4 or 5 sets of the silver proofs from the United States mints in 1999. At one point in time, they were pretty well. They were up there in price. They have dipped down for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't do my research on it yet. I'm going to stick those right back there. Those got to go back in the safe after. But yeah, I wanted to do some pouring tonight. Got that tiger. I took that tiger to work with me tonight. And the reason why is because the I did some of my own dremeling to take the end off. If you guys have seen that tiger pour that I poured, uh, Happy Tiger wanted to. She was joking around with me. She said, "What are you gonna pour, Tiger?" And I said, "I'll pour, Tiger. You watch, you see." But I poured a tiger, and a little bit it came out because it was very difficult because the tail actually curved. I the body of the that I used was oddly shaped. It was like slightly curved, so I had to get it in the sand and then kind of rotate it, and the tail actually turned out like it wasn't just swooped down, it was actually curled to the side. So I had to compress it down. So it was a very difficult piece to put into the kinetic sand to be able to pour it. And this was rather high, and there was a shallow spot that was right here, that near where the tail was, and I wanted that to be filled. And I came back because my intentions were to start here and pour backwards, which I did, and I came back to it to make sure that spot was filled before it started to solidify up. And when I did, it kind of overflowed the sand and went way off to here. So I cut that little spot out, and I decided to leave that. I brought it to work with me, and I wanted to make sure it would stand proper. It would stand, but it kind of wanted to teeter. Um, so I brought it to work with me, and we have some equipment there, and I just wanted to make sure I could take that and pop it down, and it with no wobbles, and it. I mean, I'm sure if I wobble it enough, it'll probably fall over, but it's on there pretty good. I think that came out pretty awesome for just a kinetic sand pour. I showed that during my last live stream. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by here. Come in and visit me, listen to me chat, and stack that gold. Woo! he's he's awesome. He says he sneaks on my lives every once in a while, I guess, and he doesn't usually say a whole lot. And he said he was going to get on my next live, and I wanted to say out in his live stream a little while before it ended. I didn't want to indicate to anybody to steal, make anybody leave there to come here. I didn't want to do that. I just said I got to get going. I'll see you later. Goodbye. And I said he won't be in here tonight because his live will probably still be going on. And but I didn't want to get you to end your stream soon or anything. But hey, Cartier Silver, I just went through all the stuff, not everything. Oh man, Cartier, brother, you're gonna have to go back and watch the replay. I was telling Deneen, I think Deneen called you. Deneen must have called you or texted you. Say, T-Bird's on there showing off all his unopened sets. Yeah, I just went through a bunch of unopened sets. I had pulled out a handful of stuff. There's only a couple of them that were opened. There's a 1972 and a 71, but other than that, I got all the way from 55. These ain't all of them, but these are all. Uh, the white packages are uncirculated sets, 69, 68s, 67s, 61, 64s. I've got 55. I don't think they're all in here, but I got 1955 silver proof sets that are never been opened, that never seen the light of day. There's a lot of awesome coins in there, and I think maybe Stat got that gold would maybe know what I'm talking about. I don't know. He did say during his live stream he's not as much as a numismatic collector. I think I know he's got a bunch of slabs. He's got a bunch of awesome slab coins. I've got a few slab coins too. I just showed him a couple different times. I got some MS70s. I showed them multiple times. But this is from the emergency production one from COVID. Don't got my glasses, but that's an MS70 American Silver Eagle. That's another MS70 that I got. It's a burnished Silver Eagle, I believe. The first day of issue. Whoops, sorry. I've got more than that. I mean, I've got. I don't have. I had just a few that I have out here. This is just a from PCGS, a 1974 uh, Prestige 1960 or 69 decam clad. The capsule's a little scuffed up. But I do a lot of collecting like that. I don't know what other slabs I got out here. Uh, Look at that Cartier Yoda. Like that Yoda coin. Forgot I had him out here. He was buried. He was buried amongst with these couple of these maples I got 2016s. I got these back about a half a year ago. At I don't got a local coin shop anywhere around me. I'd have to travel about 60 to 100 miles or more. But I have these. What do they call them? They're antique shops, and some of the antique shops have vendors in them. They have coins, but these are some that I got for like $30 a piece. They're 2016s, and I picked both these up for $30. Um, I didn't mind paying $30 for them because at that point in time, spot price was like 32 when I had got them. They actually wanted 33 from them, but as a vendor that I deal with quite often, and they allowed me to have them for 30. I got those amongst other ones. Um, I got multiple ones out here. Uh, there's no milk spotting on those particular ones at all. Like I said, I got a bunch of them out here. I just got too much coinage on my desk, and I need to organize things and get things put away. Uh, what else do I got here? Oh, Capital Currency. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Invisible River. I don't recognize Invisible River. Let me take a quick look. Are you new? Subscribe to me, Invisible River. I'm just gonna pop open your link here real quick. Check your page out. Oh, the chat is going wild here. I can't stay on it. Let's see. Channel activity. Go to channel. Open a different tab. I got a bunch of tabs open. Let's see if I'm subscribed to you or not. No, I am not subscribed to you. You have 133 subscribers, 33 videos. Awesome. I will give. Oh, let's point you over here. Let's point you over here. Yeah, he's got a. Look at that. That's an awesome kitty cat. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Subscription added. Oh, I'm gonna check out some of your content afterwards. I'll give you a sub. But before I do, let me go to one of your shorts or your videos. That way YouTube don't think I'm a bot. Let's do a video. So you only got one short. I'll just click on something here. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and I'm going to type something out so YouTube don't think I'm a bot. Why did that scroll way down? What's going on here? Well, that was kind of funky. Why did it do that? Give you a like, throw a comment. I'm reaching around my phone here. I'll just put hey for now. It's going to be easy because I'm reaching around the phone and everything. There we go. But that's if you ever subscribe to somebody, the best thing to do is go to one of their videos, go to a short, do something, hit the like button, throw them a little comment. That way, their YouTube doesn't think you're a bot, and you can always go back and they won't take it away. And I'm gonna open that up. I got the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. I got that. I forget when, and I forget where. But 3D Woodworks, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, brother. I got to get back to your page. I haven't been to your page in a day or so. You had something posted out there not that long ago. I didn't get that 3D printer. I got a new 2-auto furnace though. And I got 5 crucibles at a good price. Um, did real good with that. Um, had a few people say now I can start double pouring. I probably could. I could probably load up one crucible, 3 kilo crucible in the old 2-auto and the new 2-auto. Oh geez, man. Deneen, I'm getting old. It was over on my chair over there. I didn't think I had it in here. I did. But yeah, I gotta go check out, see if you got any new content. I know you had much. I'd been on. I think I commented not that long ago on something. This is T-Bird saying I'm spending too much money. I wanted to do it before April 2nd, but I spent quite a little stuff on a few different things. I ain't gonna say everything that I spent on. I do have a real awesome 8 by 4 foot rug coming in, and the logo is from my T-Bird logo. Um, I don't know if it was this exact one or not, but it was a combination between that one and this one, I think, because I kind of, I think I blended them together, but I got an 8 by 4 foot rug coming. I used those patterns on and is being made. That's going to be so awesome to have, and I'm going to put that right here inside my studio behind my desk, right there. It'll be on the floor here instead of this rug. I'll have that there. It's going to be kind of cool. Yeah, I like on the rug, broke the white design. Is that what you're talking about? I do like the design on this rug. Um, I got to stop working in here with this because some of the things that don't have any patina on my copper, I usually use this, but I've used this one so much that these little wire bristles, these stainless steel bristles are coming off and they're getting in the rug, and I'm picking them up on my socks. Oh man, I got to get rid of that one. Use a different one. I do have other ones, but I got to stop using that particular one. I should use that outside, not inside my filming area here, studio. But yeah, I think I showed this once, maybe. I forget it. forget about it. But like I said, I forget where and when I got this. I don't even know if this is upside down. I think this is the 2019 proof year set commemorating the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. I'm pretty sure I showed them before. I don't know if you can see that one in the glare. But I figured tonight I would probably just go live for a little bit, waiting. Good evening. Yes, have a good evening, Vegas Stacker. Thanks for stopping by. I realize you're probably at work. You get done about 4 o'clock in the morning. I used to work those regular hours too. Not no more. I don't want to do that. Have yourself a good night. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. There goes my water. Good thing with the caps on it. But yeah, I didn't when I was getting that 3D Woodworks. If he's still here, OC Stacker, what's going on? Marriage rules. He heard me. Yeah. After I ordered about $2,000 worth of stuff, she said no more. Because I told her, I said, I want to get this 3D printer. And she said, you already ordered enough. I said, no, I need that 3D printer. And I go, price is going to go up. I go, I can take advantage of it now with the tariffs and all that stuff. Everything's going to go up. And I said, well, what about the laser printer? They'd say I was looking at 3 different ones, and then 3D Woodworks had gotten one, and I really liked the one that he had. He got his for about $100 cheaper than what I could probably get it for. Now it's probably even more expensive. What was that one called? 3D? Because I want to get a 3D printer. I could tell you, I can't because I'd have to use my phone, and I'm streaming from my phone right now live, so I can't get on my Amazon account because if I touch something and end the stream or something, then I'm done. That's 20s you put on the book. That's the 20s you put on the book. T-Bird. Let me see. What about the 20s I put on the book? Were you here when I was showing the 20s in my book? Or you wanted to see the 20s that I put in my book? Yeah, some 20s that I put in my book were 2 20s. They were star notes that I had up on the back, and I didn't want to keep them in there anymore. If that's what you're referring to. I showed a lot of these. I think I put them in this book. There's $100 star note. I showed. That's a $20 star note I'd already had that was not put in there. That was another $20 star note that I didn't put in there. I've had that $5 star note. This is the 20 I had in the back, and I had the other 20, which are not as crisp as the ones that I got in there. I got from a special someone, and I got that from him, the same person, and I just put those 220s in there. I do have a real nice looking. Let me make sure the date here again. You guys have seen it for a second time. 1963 star note red seal. It's nice and crisp. I've got a bunch more. I got another one of these albums that are filled with nothing but star notes, and then Canadian money. And like I said, I don't know if you're one much for currency collecting, but that's an off print 1920D $2 bill. I showed that earlier. It's as crisp as a $2 bill as you would find today, 1928D. Some of these subscribers of mine are already been in here and already seen that. They said, I seen that. I don't want to see it again. But yeah, Vegas, I was getting the 2 auto furnace. The second one, I got 5 crucibles that were on sale. The 2 auto was on sale. I was gonna get a printer. I was gonna get a laser printer because I wanted to do do my own lasering, and actually, I wanted to. If I got the laser, I was going to order some blocks of graphite where I could do my own graphite molds, where I could with a computer and all that stuff, sort of like the 3D printer, where I could laser out my graphite molds. I was talking to 3D Woodworks actually about it, um, but that's what I want to get eventually. I'm just thinking that Mrs. 3D or I'm just thinking that Mrs. T-Bird is maybe gonna surprise me as a maybe a birthday present this month in May when my birthday comes up. Maybe she's gonna get it for me. Because she knows what I was looking at. So maybe it's going to be a surprise birthday present for me. I don't know. We'll see. But I also wanted to get a Devil's Forge for doing bigger pours for outside for bigger pours. I almost ordered the 5 kilo Tiato, but I decided to go with the same exact one that I had. Bamboo labs are easier. But there was something else I was going to talk about. Now I can't remember what it was. Something. Sean, did Sean Stafford ever come out here? He stopped by here yet? No, I don't think he did. He usually comes into my lives. I had something I was going to show him. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Oh, look at that. Woo! I recognize that, brother. I got one just like it. I got two. Yours is in better condition than mine, though. Or mine, the one I got from you is in better condition than the one that I have. I actually would take me a little time to go find the one that I got. I'll put that right back here for right now. There we go. Bamboo. You know what else I got from work? 3D. I think I showed it one of my other lives. I know you had sent me some aluminum way back in the day, and Bellows Forge had sent me some aluminum too. I grabbed some more for my work that they threw out in the metal bin. I got that tonight, but these are all aluminum welding rods, the leftover stuff, and they're throwing them out. I figured, well, at some point in time this summer, I'm going to be doing some melted aluminum. I might as well grab some of these aluminum melted, these aluminum rods that they're using for welding, because then they're pure aluminum, as far as I understand. That's pure aluminum. They're just throwing them out in the metal. So I've been grabbing a handful. I don't know how much I got here, but future melting. Just like that brass key I found in that Coinstar by chance. That's in one of my brass collection for melting. Ouch! I just stepped on another one of them wire pieces from that wire wheel on my carpet. Right? Man. Well, that'll teach me for doing inside here with a rug, right? Yeah. You need a kilobar for your. You need a 1 kilo bar for your lamp. What kind of a kilobar? Aluminum kilo? Silver kilo? Have a good night, Sudagupta. Thank you for stopping by. You need a 1 kilo bar. What? Either you. There, and Marsh is going to send you. She's going to send you a kilo. Aluminum. I have a lot of aluminum, but it's all, most of it's in square stock. You need a kilo. That's only like what? 32 point something. Well, I think you've seen that before already. I got two of these. This is one I got out here by desk, but it's not aluminum. There's a chunky piece of metal there, ain't buddy? Oh, oops, I gotta put the 10 ounces back on there so I can keep everything organized. Let's go over there. Outspeed as much as I would. It's the quality. Yeah, there's some of them out there that's got some pretty good quality. You're talking about the 3D printers. The one there was two different types of the style. I forget the name of it that 3D had gotten. I was looking at the same one, but I was looking at the little bit more pricier one. Um, I should have just went ahead and did it without. Well, I couldn't have done that. I guess Mrs. Teeper would have been angry. IMAX 3 was the fan. They replaced it. Yeah, the one that you had gotten 3D, there had one that was the higher grade. I think that was almost like $900. That's the one I wanted to get. Mrs. T-Bird wouldn't let me. OC Stacker must have left. Otherwise, he'd have a comment on that. Hey, Yelly Yelly, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I thought maybe you had already went to bed. Miniature figures. Yeah, yeah, the Bigfoot one there, the Sasquatch. I'd seen that one. That was pretty awesome. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, it was an awesome job you did on that 3D. I know your kids may have helped you a little bit with the programming and stuff like that. I'm fairly computer literate, not illiterate, literate. So I'm pretty good with programs and stuff. I think I was talking to you on the phone. I forget, or if I said it during a live stream, but I used to do a lot of gaming when I was younger with 3D graphics cards. I built my own computers, my desktops, and all that, specifically for speed and everything. And I did a lot of different programming and stuff back when you had the older Commodores and the before IBM came about and whatever, like line 10 high plot to line 20, and then you had to do a command in line 30 and da da da. And I used to make my own little programs. I kind of fell out of it a little bit, but even with the gaming, what I was getting at, I used to be into Doom, Duke Nukem, and I'm into Fallout pretty heavy, but I have not been doing too much Fallout lately uh, on the Xbox Live. But on the Doom and the Duke Nukem, I had a map editor, and I used to edit my own maps and make my own maps. And some of the maps that I made, like Gun Alley, if anybody's ever in the older Doom games and you ever see a map out, it's a death match called Gun Alley. I never put my name or my initials in the map because I never intended it for to be out there. But of course, people would download it and get it from wherever. Somewhere along the line, it got put out there, and my map that I made called Gun Alley is out there in the world circulating. It was a death match between Doom, two online players that would uh, duel it out to the death in this room. And but anyhow, back in the day, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, Fallout was awesome. I think I was talking to you about that before, maybe during one of my live streams. I wish there was a way if you got on the the Xbox and you went to Xbox Live and you played it out there with everybody. I wish there's a way I could add you and I could show you my base um, and all my base and all these other things. Like I have not played it in like 9 months now. Since I got into the YouTube, I kind of fell away from that. But you ought to see the things I have in my vendors. And I've got jetpacks and stuff that are not even supposed to be in the game anymore. Thank you very much, Ellie. Um, but all the different weaponry and the jetpacks and everything that I have, I, I I sort of miss it. I'd love to get on there. I'd love to be able to have somebody out here, such as yourself, um, broke to actually maybe get on the Xbox Live and go there and show you my base and show you the things that I've got. It was just so time consuming because I had all these vendors and I had all these maps and everything, and people would be buying and buying and buying them. And of course, some people have what they call mules. They have other accounts. I've only got the one account, so it's like I was constantly hitting 40,000 caps constantly, and I'd have to do something, go to somebody else's thing to buy something to get rid of caps because people were buying stuff. Ching, 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 ching. I'd have to shut my my thing down, not the game, but I had to shut it down so nobody could buy from my vendor. I mean, it was just a game. It's not any money, but some of the weaponry, and oh, you haven't played since 2018. Okay, but yeah, you got to run Vegas. You're still here. You said to go a while ago. Some of the weaponry and other things that I have for that game, there's some of it people actually pay real money for, like $150 for some of the things, some of the weapons, and some of the jetpacks and stuff that I have that you can no longer get. Um, it's I've got some serious stuff in my artillery on that game. Yeah, have a good night, Vegas. Appreciate you stopping in here, brother. All right. So what? How long you been? You be just in the background, just sandbagging, stalking us, OC? What did you see? Did you see any? Did you see any of that stuff there? Did you see my 55? My 55 unsealed? Oh, I don't even know where it is. Where's it? I think I kept it here. Never seen the light of day. If you hadn't seen it, I'll show it one more time. That's probably older than you, OC. And it probably looks in better condition. Never opened, never seen the light of day since 1955. They're all like that, except for the 72 and 71 that I got there. And this is just a small stack of them. I grabbed out of my safe on the way coming in here. Yes, I've got a 50. I got 55. I've got 56. I think I've got two 55s, if I'm not mistaken. I think I got 156. I got 157, 258. I think I got 259, 1959s, and 160, 161, a couple of 62s. I've got every year. I've got every year. All the way up to 2000, 2007 or 2009. 2007 or 2009. I have multiples, duplicates, triplicates of all of them. I've got the uncirculated, I got the proof sets, I got the silver sets. Um, I can't show everything at once, and I don't know if I ever will show everything, but I'm a heavy numismatic collector. Um, I could go out there. Okay, yeah. All right, 30 seconds. I'll bring out another little stack of something. I don't know. Oh man. All right, maybe I lied again. 30 seconds turned out to be 50 seconds. I had to unlock the other safe. Oh man, no. Oh, where the heck am I gonna put this? I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Oh, there's my Carson City. Oh. Oh. All right, these I got these. I think last year. I didn't realize those were there. What was this one? I'll tell you when I got them. When did I get them? Description, packing slip. I don't know if they got my name on them or not, so I can't. You can't see that. No, you can't see that. They got my real name. Can't have my real name. Well, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Uncirculated set 2021. Congratulations, set. I got two of the uncirculated coin sets 2021, two of the congratulations sets 2023. I got two of the uncirculated coin sets of 2022. That's just an invoice, but that's something I ordered from the U.S. Mint. That's the American Silver Eagle. That's the W, I'm pretty sure. Yep, W, West Point. I got two of those. Oh, I'm gonna have a mess. Did you ever do your doc? Do your doc give you good news about your surgery? Yeah, she had awesome news. She had it posted on her wall today. Didn't OC? Everything really well. She had some awesome pictures that she had taken at the doctor's office. There's my MS-63, 1983, Carson City. Let's see if I can get a Carson City in there. Oh, hold on. Magnifying glass. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right underneath the tail feathers right there. Why are you not gonna? I think it's because of the plastic. It's not gonna. But anyhow, there's that one. And some of these sets, I've just opened them and never took them out. Things that I ordered from them. I've ordered these. These are ones that I've never taken out of the box. I just opened them and I took them out. I've never even opened these. They're never opened. I got other boxes because I think I got four of each of the 2000, the silver proofs, and I got four of the 2000 proof sets, and I got four of the 2000 uncirculated. I did that for 1999. I did that for 1998, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, and so forth and so on, all the way up to 2007. I think I missed 2008. I'm pretty sure I missed 2009. Like I said, I just grabbed some stuff that was there. That's 1993. There's 92. Another 92. Oops. Another 92. Another 92. They're not in order. 87. 87. 87. These are proof sets. 87. 88. Oh, maybe these are kind of in order. 88s. 88. 89. I guess I should have grabbed another pile, maybe. But whole bag of coins I need to put in my logbook. Yeah. I'm running out of room. Well, I just added probably about another 60 pounds of 40, 50 pounds of weight to this table. So the table's doing pretty good. Now I got to stick that back in there so I know where that receipt is. Carson City. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to bring back after. That. Oh, yeah. There we go. I think I might have opened this in one of my videos before. Maybe. I don't know. That's something I picked up at the Variety Mall. I think I paid, I don't know, $3 or $4 for that probably. It's a pretty beat up thing, but it came with this cool little Depression era currency. It's a 1935 silver certificate. I was thinking about maybe opening it up if I was able to without damaging it, but it's sealed. It's never been opened, but I got a much better 1935 than that. But I bought. I forget. I think it was like 3 or 4, maybe $5. Not just an Indian cent. Oh, here's a shield nickel. 1872. That's the vendor. That's one of the vendors. I bought that there. I paid $22.95 for it because I wanted it. Space Shuttle Columbia. I got that way back in the day. I got 5 of those. That's another American Silver Eagle. These are special mint sets. You can only get them like this. I got several of these. What was this? Was it 1968? I don't know. I think it's 66. 66. Yeah. It's 1966 special mint set. Got several of those. I've got my fingerprints on them. No Egyptian ones, just Roman and Greek. You must be referring. Let's see, can you send all your Egyptian coins my way? I got a few. Not too many. Not as many as Cartier. He's got some awesome. Oh, look, I got more silver. What else I got in here? Another bar. Another 2 bars. Another 2 bars. Silver. These are 2003. Oops, what do we got here? Oh, what is that? I don't remember. Oh, ooh, look at that. Goldback. Nevada Goldback. Is there anything that I purchased that I regretted, and why? Let me think about that because I don't ever recall anything that I've purchased that I've ever regretted. I, as much as I love to pour metals, whether it be silver or copper, there's 2003, 2003s. These are all silver proof sets. 2004. I've always loved metals, coins, numismatic coins. And that's where everything always started from. How did I even have them in there? But no. I shouldn't have taken this out. No. Now there's nothing that I ever regret buying or taking out. Danine! Oh, you're gonna love this one. I don't think you've ever seen this one. Danine. I hope she's still here. Want to know what I have right in here? I'll show you. It's Canadian. 3 hours later. Isn't that awesome? Getting the heat, my fingers making the moisture. I'm glad these are in plastic capsules. No, Danine would appreciate that. That's awful. That's awesome. I love that one. And of course, these are other things that I bought from the mint. These are before it's American. 2022 American Silver Eagle I bought. I think this is a Susan B. Anthony that I got. I think this might be a 79 proof, if I remember I got quite a few of those. No, this is 1999. Susan B. Anthony. I think it's an S. If I'm not mistaken. I don't see no mint mark on it. So no, it's a P. It's a P. Philadelphia. Susan B. Anthony. P. What else we got in the Space Shuttle Columbia? What else? Let's see what's in here. I don't know what's in here. I forget. That's a 62. No Bugs Bunny. No Bugs Bunny, but that's a proof. 1963 proof. Benjamin Franklin. I don't know if I can get it out of there. No. No, like I said, I always hide things. I was going to try to press it out the back. I'm always hiding things. Always. So sometimes I find things that I forget that I had. This is a 19. I can't even read the date. Oh, even a magnifying glass. Come on. Hold on a second. It's not, is it? It's 1838. No. Can't be in 1838. I bring up my coin book. Oh. Oh, I can't even get it to focus. Maybe I can read it on my thing here. I know. At my expense, Deneen and Ellie Ellie. I don't even want to focus. Come on. Why? Why don't you want to focus? Oh, let's see. I'm making more of a mess on my desk than anything. I know what I can do. And it'll help. Zoom in. There. You guys can see that now. Yeah, it's not the greatest condition, but lost in the feed, Ellie Ellie. I hope the bird is live when the table collapses. Ellie. Oh man, it's pretty sturdy. It's I've got literally on each side. They're a foot in diameter. Oops. I zoom you guys back out. Meow. Okay, you are zoomed out. They're literally about 12 inches in diameter, two poles and three solid legs, and it's all made out of oak. There's one pedestal on this side, and there's one pedestal on that side. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I think I could probably put 1,000 pounds on top of here and be safe. Look up, read what I wrote. read my question first, T-Bird. Okay. I got away from myself here. I was doing so good up until about 10 minutes ago, Ellie Ellie. Let me see here. I've got to scroll down here. Oops. What had happened there? Why do I got all of that? I got something else going on. It's blocking my thing here. Going back. Cardi, I'm timing him. She's timing me. Uh-oh. When did you start purchasing or collecting all the silver you were showing us? Oh, sorry, Ellie Ellie. I thought you were here one time before and I talked about that. Um, a long, long time ago. I will be 59 next month. I started collecting when I was about 13 years old. When I was about 13 years old, my father owned a gas station, a garage near the Canadian border, and I used to work there. And I didn't do anything until I was about 15. But I started seeing coinage and this and that, everything else. And when I actually started working there, I took a notice and knew what silver was, silver dimes, whether they be American or Canadian, and it really took my interest because I knew those are much more valuable and much more real money than what the coinage that we have today made out of clad. And I pretty much learned on my own. So I just started doing studying, buying coin books, buying. Um, I used to have every edition. I have many of them. I think the earliest one I have is 1987, but I have almost every particular year of United States coin books, whether it be American or Canadian. I mean, even like I said before, I I keep forgetting to do stuff because I a bad habit of taking things and put things in the pages of them. And this is one thing I haven't taken out yet, which is a 19. I don't know. I can't read the date. 1957, I think, Blue Seal, and it's a star note. I love my star notes. I love bills. I love coinage. Um, that's coming out of there. I've been slowly going through a lot of my books and finding stuff that I've placed in there. Like this. Oh, there it goes. There goes the coin. Not that it's really important, but I flipped it off the table. Here's a 2009. These are just a few that I keep. I've got the newest dates. I've even got 2025. But I guess you could say for the last six, 45 years, I've been collecting. I've always had a love for older money, older things, old money, currency, bills, paper. Um, uh, I don't know if that'll fit in there without wrinkling it. No, I don't think that'll fit in there. No, that's gonna have to go in my other book. I gotta start putting some of this stuff away. This T-Bird's gonna get done work. Um, but any type of money, and I've just more or less learned on my own and watching and reading things and I got into anything I came across, whether it be $2 bills, wherever I picked them up from a bank, and if they were nice and crisp. Like I said, I've got $2 bills. There's probably a bunch of them. I showed them earlier. These are all. Some of those are in sequence. I've probably got about 20 of them that are right in that one little spot here. They're all 1776 $2 bills, unique stuff. I've always kept and collected red seals, older. I don't remember what I think that was 19. I don't know the year of that $5 bill. 1934 $5 bill. It's not in the greatest shape. It's not bad. Um, just always had a love for coins and numismatic and bills, star notes. What's your plan with the star note bills? Keep them. Eventually, someday, maybe get some of them graded, and maybe sell them on an auction. Not an auction on YouTube. Um, I got certain coins and certain bills that are worthy of being graded by PCGS and other places and have them sold on heritage auctions, maybe. Um, those were new $100 bills. Um, where? I don't know. Yeah, uh, I've got a new $100 bill. Started out just something had gotten from the bank, and I decided to keep because it was nice and crisp. Oh, in my box. Well, if you ever go back to some of my videos, you'll understand why. If I talk to you about if you can afford to take $25 a week and stash it and put it away, how you do it? Put it in a book, put it somewhere where you know it's going to be safe and you're never going to forget about it, but it's off your mind. Don't ever touch it unless you have an extreme emergency. Do $25 a week. Do it for a month. Do it for 2 months. Do it for a year. Do it for 10 years. Then, only then, will you be able to take that hard earned money and turn it into something that's real money. Something to hedge your money, your paper fiat money, against inflation and put your wealth into something that's more tangible, that you can hold, that you can keep, that will retain its value as inflation goes up. For instance, oh, where did I put them? Oh, back when gold dipped to $1,900 an ounce, I took the advantage of it going. I forget, 1,975 dollars, I think. I bought 2 ounces of gold. This was a few years ago. What's it worth now? 3,000. Um, but do it for 10 years. Do it for 20 years. You're talking about this. You saw that. I apologize. Do it for 40 years. Do it for 40. My box. I should never show that. I did that accidentally one other time. Time before. Wrong box to bring out. I got to put that other coin back before I end up losing it. That's that one. $25 a week. I know it. I already know that. There's my printer. Oh, absolutely. I got no worries about having a printer. But it's something I need to discuss with my better half. Because I'm not the only one that has done that. It's not, we're together in this. And I always respect her. I do what she asks, and she does what I ask. But anyhow, let me set this off to the side. And now maybe I might not publish this live stream only for you guys. I don't know. I'll probably publish it. Well, don't worry. I got stuff to back myself up here. But yeah, I was maybe a little smarter than the average bear when I was younger. I saw things in a different light. Um, I was brought up from a well off family. I never had gotten anything from my mother's still alive. My father has passed. I had never gotten anything from his passing. Um, I always got food on the table, clothes on my back, a roof above my head. That's all I got. I was very treated very well during Christmas time. But if there was something that I ever needed or wanted, I had to go work for it. Hello, Miss T-Bird.
You would get treated very well at Christmas time.
Yes, when I was younger. You didn't know. You weren't there.
No, from me.
Oh, from you, of course, absolutely,
Did you eat
baby.
your sandwich?
Yes, I eat part of my sandwich.
Pretty good, eh?
It is. It's like a ran. It's like it's almost
Like a
just like the
ranchero.
ranchero we used to get way
Yeah,
back in the day.
I told you.
OC Stacker said, "Hey Kim, T Bird."
Oh,
Ellie
Tony.
Ellie said hi.
Hi, guys.
But yeah, um, I gotta make sure to put all this stuff back afterwards. Where did I get this? I gotta put this. This goes back in there. These go back. Oh, I can't pick them up. But yeah, I it's something I wanted, the 3D printer, Carrier, the laser printer too. Um, do I need it? I don't know. No, I don't. But I'd like to have it. I'd like to get it, and maybe Mrs. T-Bird will get it for me. I don't know. I don't know. Cartier Server says hello. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, LL. And I'm sorry about accidentally showing a little something I really didn't want to. I guess Cartier's got a pretty keen eye, and I kind of felt okay. I do the little speech, my little speech about putting $25 out of the way a week, halfway to three. Am I halfway to three? No way. Really? I am. An hour and a half. Oh snap! But like I said, I thought of things differently at a younger age. I had to work hard. I've always worked hard. I've always worked, and both me and Mrs. T-Bird have both worked very hard. Sometimes she's not working two jobs right now, but you with the overtime that she's working, it's almost like 2 hours or two jobs. I'm no longer doing it. I've stopped doing that a few years back. I was working 75 to 80 hours every week through the train company, playing with trains, and I don't do it anymore. I don't have to. I told them just call me when you need me and you can't get anybody else. Other than that, I don't want it. Don't need it. Um, but prior to that, I did everything you can imagine from working in the woods, driving skidders. Her father was a logger. I've done logging. I've built houses or for um, commercial companies and for residential houses. There isn't anything that I have not done except for physically fly a real plane or helicopter or drive a tank. I've driven almost everything else. Um, but I've done a lot, and I became self-efficient, never dependent upon anybody. Um, Always thinking about tomorrow, a rainy day, putting something away, saving, pension. I mean, you see me going to the coin stars all the time. I'm not doing that because I need it. I don't need it. It's fun. I enjoy it. I like it, and it's I can't believe people will actually leave the stuff they leave, and can they not hear that the sound of change falling into the bottom? How can they not hear that? Why would they leave it there? You remember? I mean, this isn't the whole complete bag, but you guys saw that bag of change, and this is a bag. This ain't the bag it came in because I got my own sandwich bag, and I've been adding to that. But almost this whole entire bag was left there. It was all gunky and everything. I cleaned it all up. I think it was like $3. What was it? $3.78 and change. Like whoa! And I got this the other day. I did a little video on it. It's a yen. Oh, it's a yen. I got that. There was what was it? Two or three Canadian quarters, 5 dimes, and that yen. I didn't put the yen in there. But yeah, Coinstar Ga. I need to start a Coinstar Ga for your next 700 party. Yeah, there you go. AKA Brett, what's going on, brother? Woo! How you doing? Haven't seen you in the dogs. Well, no, a bit. Haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Good night, Deneen. Thank you for stopping by. Bird's the word. Appreciate you. An appointment early. Hope your appointment goes well for you. I'll be looking for a response on your appointment on your post. Please and thank you. Yes.
I'm mentally exhausted.
You're mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted.
It was a rough day.
Was it a rough day?
It's gonna be even worse tomorrow.
Oh my.
Apparently the tariffs. is
I'm
gonna-
still alive. So with the tariffs.
Trump wants to put another 80% on
Or what?
80% duty on China.
Trump wants to put another 80% duty on China. I get things
Tomorrow it starts
firsthand
tomorrow.
knowledge. Firsthand knowledge.
It's I can't even keep up with my files. It's that crazy.
Wow. 80% tariff on China?
Oh no, it's gonna be more than that. This is an additional.
Wow. Well, I'd rather
Or
buy.
actually, is it another 50? So right now and stuff, it's actually Tom and I were looking at it, and it's actually over 50% right now.
It's over 50% right now, tariffs
And then, well, starting today.
on
it's
stuff
gonna be
coming from China into the United States, whether it comes directly or indirectly
from
through Canada.
either Canada or wherever you.
Hmm.
Crazy.
Huh.
I've never seen anything like it.
China is at 1045, 104.
I haven't read the news yet.
Yeah, you haven't read the news? Yeah, I hear things before the news when it comes to tariffs and all that stuff through Mrs. T Word. I can't say what she works for, but she deals with brokers and U.S. customs stuff that comes in and out of the United States from other countries, any other country around the world that comes through United States or into Canada through United States. So I kind of get first dibs on what's going on. Some people are for it, some people are against it. Tariffs, I don't know. I kind of see the tip of the iceberg of what Trump is trying to do. I don't get too much into politics, and I won't hear, but I'll talk about it just briefly. Um, he's got reasons behind what he's doing and why he's doing it, and some of it to me makes sense, but there's other stuff that doesn't
Now,
make
He
sense.
wants TikTok, and they won't give up to TikTok. He
I
wants to
don't know.
control all news media platforms.
I don't know anything about TikTok. I haven't heard nothing. I don't.
He wanted to take it over, and they said no.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's someone.
China has the bond power over us. Yeah, if they turn 5% of their bonds. Oh yes, absolutely. You got that right, OC.
I would say.
I was talking about this in other. I was talking about this in other live streams, OC, about that and trying to explain it to some subscribers. This is months
I
ago.
would start watching the stock market. It's crashing and stuff.
It's
So
going to.
if it does, and you get like a really good one that goes down quite a bit. Let's say I'm going to throw out Nike out there, for instance. If it does, that's when I find something like that and buy it because it'll go up eventually. But
Yeah, I mean, myself, I'm trying the best I can to do what I can do to buy U.S. anyways. I would love more than anything to buy from my own country, things that are made in my own country. And there's reasons for what he's doing, why he's doing it. Not everything he's doing, I completely agree with, but you got to have the take the bad with the good. I think overall, in the long run, it may benefit us. I hope. The only thing that I disagree, and like I said, I don't like talking politics, is some of these other countries. I think this guy was from where was that guy from the Ukraine? Was it Ukraine or whatever? That he threw out of the White House and did whatever.
no, that's Zelensky.
Oh,
Yeah, Ukraine. That's Zelensky.
Ukraine. I didn't like the way how and what he did there with that particular guy. He's almost like they pin him in a corner. I
Or
want to be what
humiliated him.
I know. I don't even want. I don't want to talk about it.
Crazy.
But it's a crazy world out there, and I hope everything goes over. But I don't want our fellow Canadians to hate us and because of certain things and procedures of what he's doing and why he's doing it. I mean, like I said, some of it makes sense to me. I understand what he's doing. A lot of people don't. Mrs. T-Bird doesn't either. But there's many countries that have tariffs on our goods and our stuff, and it's only to like balance it out. But it affects our metals, yes, and our livelihoods. It does, and what he's doing. But he's some of the things that he's doing and saying is making other nations and countries hate us and go against us. And I don't even read the news as much as I probably should. Um, but I'm having a little trust and a little faith that I hope he's doing the right thing. It's all in the end game. Yeah, exactly, Ellie Ellie. Like I said, I don't follow the media as much as I should. I try to stay away from it because it just some of it just drives me crazy, and you don't know what to believe or who's lying and what's going on. Um, but he's a very good businessman. That's for sure, and I'm hoping that everything comes out well in the end. Yeah, the last buffoon, exactly. Blyden. Oh man, the man with a cane. Oh, I don't even want to go there. Whew. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Carter. Okay, off my soapbox. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Like I said, I see good and I see bad in it, but it's different avenues of what he's doing, different things, and I don't keep up with it. I try to I live in my little own I live in my little corner of the world, me and Mrs. T Bird and you guys. Um, I don't when I don't even turn the radio on and listen to the news anymore. I go to work and I'm listening to live streams on the way going to work. I'm listening to live streams coming home. I come home and I fix Miss T Bird something to eat. I fix myself something to eat because she's still working. I'll get her an iced coffee because she loves her iced coffee. I'll make myself something to eat, something to drink, and I'll tinker around with taking some of my electronics apart. I'll go out and I'll turn my tea auto furnace on. I'll pour some copper. I do the things that brings me joy and brings me happiness. I don't want to talk about or listen to something that brings me down. I believe I have enough trust in my own government that they should know what they're doing and you know and that we've got the right people in place. I know with Biden, I didn't feel that way. I didn't. I can honestly say that. It posted by the people in Ukraine, their leader is doing the man and forcing them to fight, taking. It's devastating. I'm sure it is, and I feel bad in a way. It's sort of like I'm turning a blind eye to some of that stuff, Lala. And I don't mean to, but I mean I'm 59 and I've seen a lot throughout my years of growing up, like you. I'm sure you have as well. And I'm a country boy. I, I'm a country boy, and I've been to the cities. I'm not a naive country boy. I've been to New York City. I've been to a lot of the big cities. I've spent some time down there. I've never lived there, nor would I want to live there. It's too much bustle and hustle for me. I like my own. I like my 8 acres of land that I have. I love the woods behind me. I love the country. I love it to where my nearest neighbor is 1,000 feet away from me, to the east and to the west. For miles, I don't have anybody to the east or west of me for miles. I can go, if I took off my backyard and I kept going, it would take me about 7 miles before I came across the next road. And a big fat bag of Butterfingers. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to cut back on all the sweets. I eat way too much sugar. I eat way too much sugar. But even if I go to the east side of me, I cross my road, and then about a mile there's the interstate, and then there's a couple 100 feet, and I cross the other side of the interstate, and then there's about another half mile, then there's another road. But I just enjoy being out here. I mean, I on when the weather's nice, uh, I just love no more than to go outside late at night. And yeah, I've only got a 15-foot round pool, but it's 6 feet deep. I built it and I made it myself. I built a deck around it. The fire pit that I have out there, if you haven't seen it, you'll probably see it this summer. I've got a 12 by 12 fire pit that I built out of stone and stuff that I purchased. I'm a real good handyman. I can, there's nothing that I can't do. Yes, and paid cash with. Well, a lot of times, like I said, there's certain things that I bring up debit cards and credit card, not debit cards. Debit card comes right out of my checking account, but credit cards I've ran them up, but I transform certain high price items um, on the fly. Certain things you buy online, and if it's only 1,000 or something like that, I'll pay it off at the end of the month. I don't get no interest on it. But some of the ones I let build up a little bit too high. I did that one time before. I was talking about it. I got up to like about $70,000 in debt with credit card because I had got excellent credit. And yeah, yeah, I will. When the weather gets nice, I will. Um, Ellie Ellie. I know towards the beginning part about 8 months ago, I've got some videos of me riding the dune buggy and the dune buggy around my back part of my yard, and the couple of dirt bikes that I got, the little motorcycles, the little dirt bikes, the 125s, and I'm riding around the back part of my property. Um, but I just like, I'm his baby sister. Yeah, you're my baby sister. But I just enjoy and love doing the things I like to do, collecting coins and numismatics, silver, gold. I mean, I see things a lot different than Mrs. Teeber does because I've been telling her stuff like this years and years ago. 15 years ago, I told her about money and silver, and she just never, she kind of understands, but not like I do. It's like my first 10 ounces of gold that I bought. You've heard me talk about it before. I bought it for $750 an ounce back when it was $750 an ounce. 10 ounces. I had the money. I knew what it was, and I knew where gold was going. Um, you take that 700, even if it, just give it a time frame of 15 years ago. That $750 back then would buy maybe 3 grocery carts full of food, packed full of food. 3 grocery carts, $750. If you take that $750 and you bought that 1 ounce of gold, okay, I'll have to use this bar for an example. Okay, we're getting back into it here again. There's an angry dragon. No, that's not the angry. Yeah, that is the angry dragon. The bronze one. Yep, yeah, there's the angry one. But if you were to take that ounce of gold back 15 years ago and place it right there, and right beside of it, take the $750, that would buy 3 grocery carts full of gold, or not full of gold, 3 grocery carts full of gold. Boy, I'd love that. The ounce of gold you bought for $750, then you got the cash, $750 cash. That could buy 3 grocery carts full of food and produce. Fast forwarded to today, you still have that 1 ounce of gold, which I do, and it ain't this one. It's worth at least 3,000, and you bought it. You paid 750 for it. You hedged your wealth against inflation. So you still have that. But then you still got that $750 that you never did anything with. And it's still $750, no matter which way you look at it. Good night, Cartier. Thanks for stopping by. You still got that $750 in cash. But that $750 cash can't still buy 3 grocery carts full of food, which you could probably have bought more. I don't know. Just using that as an example. I think you might be able to buy 2 grocery carts and maybe a grocery cart and a half full of gold or full of produce and food. But inflation is that reason. You can only now buy two grocery carts full of food and supplies. But that $750 is still there. So actually, you've lost a lot of paper money because of the fact of inflation. Now, if you were to take that original gold you bought for $750 and cash that back in, then you would have $3,000. $750 of it, you could turn around another, I don't know, $250. You could buy that 3 grocery carts full of food again and still have $2,000 extra. You see where I'm going with that? You know, take $25 a week. It's some people maybe it's too late. Some people maybe it's not. It's never too late. The younger you are, the younger you do it, the better you can. The better it is. But if you can take that money, even if it's $5 a week, take $10 a week, put it away in a book. Don't forget it. Just leave it there. Don't use it. Do it for a week. Do it for a month. Do it for a year. At the end of the year, you got too many tens, fives, or 20s. Bring them to the bank and turn them into $100 bills. Then you can turn around and go out and buy your gold, your invest in your silver. You know, nobody taught me. How come I figured it out and nobody else did, or 98% of the population didn't? The other 2% is you guys, and maybe only 1% of you guys. I mean, 2%, but only 1% of you guys maybe had learned like I did by yourself, for yourself. The other 1% probably learned from watching and educating themselves from through somebody else like me, maybe. I don't know. I just hope that maybe something that I do can help a younger generation. I do have a few people that are maybe in their 20s and 30s that are in here, but I think the majority of my audience is the majority of my audience is in their 30s to 40s, around that ballpark. And the next category is in their 20s, and then the next category a little bit lower is 45, like and above. Um, yeah, good for you, Ellie. That's what I've been doing since I've been 14, probably. 13 is when I first started really, realizing what coins were and what they meant. And when I got 14, 15, started to have a job, I started realizing what pre 1965 nickels and quarters, dimes, and half dollars were. I have one foot in the grave, and others are one banana, one a banana peel. Well, let me tell you, I've got both my feet on banana peels, and I'm doing pretty well. I've controlled them just like skis. That's one thing I didn't do. I used to love to water ski. I haven't been out on a boat in a dog's age. It's been 5, 6 years since I've been water skiing, but boy, can I slalom. I can't snow ski, never snow skied. But you get me on a boat, that'll take me 35 to 40 miles an hour. And let me tell you, I can show you some barefooting. Oh, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. Yep. Remember I first started water skiing. I started water skiing, and then I got to the point where I was tried to learn to ski on one. I couldn't come out of the water on one because I wasn't good enough doing it. I'd have to try to kick one off, but every time I tried to kick one off, I'd lose my balance and I'd fall. I finally got to do it, and then I ended up learning. My legs got strong enough after many, years of water skiing, and I learned how to come out of the water in just one slalom ski. A buddy of mine that I used to take, his name was Kyle, and I used to work with him at CP Rails Yard in Rouse's Point, the next town east of me. And me and Mrs. T Bird used to love to rollerblade, Ellie Ellie. We still got our rollerblades, but he thought it was funny because he was going about 35 knots, which is a little faster than 35 miles an hour. Um, but I was water skiing and I went across what they call the wake of the water to the left of the boat. I'm not sure if that's a stern or whatever, but anyways, I went to the left, to my left, and I went across the wake, and then I was getting ready to come back the other way, the opposite way, and as I was going over the wake of the boat again, he decided to turn left, and I was already on my way going over, so I was already accelerating. I was accelerating, and you could hear the line that I was holding on to, and I was slalom skiing, and that's all you could hear is. It got so much. He put me on a pendulum swing. I couldn't hold on. I ended up letting go, and I skipped like a stone about 6 times across the water. Good thing I had a life preserver on because when I hit that, it knocked the wind out of me, and I just laid there. I did fracture a couple of ribs doing that, though. Unfortunately, yes, I did. It took about 7 months before they didn't hurt anymore. But I did fracture a couple of ribs by doing that because I hit the water so fast. Like I said, he was doing 35 knots, but I had already went from one side of the boat to the left side, and then I was coming back across the wake of the boat, and I was going as fast as I could, and I was already picking up speed, so I was probably already doing like maybe like over 50 miles an hour on the water, and that's when he hooked left. When he hooked left, it put me even on a more of a pendulum swing. That's all you could hear is that line just goes, and I just like a stone skipping across the top of the water. Yeah, probably did. But let me tell you, the first one went choosh, 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 choosh. Yeah, it's too bad somebody didn't have that on video. Oh, oh. Now, let me see. Is that my phone? My phone was flickering. Why was my phone flickering? I hope I'm not running low on battery. I don't even know. Oh, see, almost 2 hours. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, my video is lagging behind. I'm still looking inside the box. Yeah, my video is lagging. I was looking, I said, what? I already took that down. What's going on? Oh my. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, we'll cut it off at 2 hours this time. We'll see. But I really appreciate and enjoyed sharing some time with you. I didn't ever expect it would be this long, and I didn't expect to go over half the things that I did, or I didn't even expect to show half the things that I did inadvertently or accidentally. Some of that was accidentally. Um, yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But I just hope it brings a little knowledge to some of you. I don't think I need to bring OC Stacker any knowledge or you Ellie Ellie. Um, but there's someone out there that maybe helps them out and maybe prompts them to maybe put some money away or stash some money away if an emergency comes up or something. Then you got a reason for it. But if you don't, uh, it's how I got ahead. And both me and Mrs. T-Bird have both worked extremely hard. I never finished with that. But 7, 8 years ago, we were both working 2 jobs, both of us. We raised a family. We both worked 2 jobs raising our kids. We didn't get any babysitters. We both worked different shifts opposite each other. So what we at least one of us could be home at a given time, and we both sacrificed a lot. And sometimes I think maybe Miss Teeber did as much or more than I, um, because some of the things that I did, I enjoyed doing, and it wasn't like work to me. Like helping her dad out in the woods logging. It was another job. I don't know. I just love doing it. I love driving the skidder or working on the skidway and using the picker and picking the logs up and loading the tractor trailers up and driving the skidder out in the woods and hitching onto the trees, cutting them down. And it was a big 640 John Deere. If you know what a skidder is, it's a huge. It's not a small tractor. I know 3D he has a tractor. He does about the same thing, but in a little bit smaller scale than what I did. It wasn't my business; it was my father-in-law's. Um, but I always did side work and side jobs other than working for CP Rails, which I can say because I no longer work for them or the train company that I work for now. And when I got done there, I was always so full of energy. If you picture me how much energy you think I have right now, picture me 20 years ago. Picture how much energy I had 20 years ago. Um, I would work a whole 8-hour shift. I would go to another job site. I would put bids on a job myself. I had my own contractor's insurance. I didn't have my own company, but I had my contractor's insurance, so I was insured in case something happened. I did side work jobs, building houses from everything and anything from the foundation up to finish work. I built islands and like an island. I mean, what they call like a kitchen island with a sink in there. I didn't build the granite countertop. They'd have to go find that and get that themselves, but they got materials and I'd build them an island and put everything together, put the plumbing together, weld the solder the copper piping together and all the sinks and the plumbing and all that stuff. Uh, Hung doors, sheetrock frame, put trusses on. I did electrical work. I wired houses, put breakers in, took breakers out, bad ones from new houses and old houses. Um, and that's where I got a majority of my stuff, my breakers that I scrapped, and I've always collected them. Thank you, OC. Yeah, I seen something come across there. I'll look at them right after this live. And just about 2.5 minutes. We'll cut it off at, yeah, thank you very much, Raka. I'm glad to still see you're in here. Where exactly are you at again, Raka? I forget. We got snow out there tonight again. I went to my post office. I got nothing but junk mail and a few dividend checks and my paycheck from work. And I did a video, but I didn't get no swag mail. So I don't know if I'm going to post that tomorrow or not. I may because you could see the snow. But we got snow last night and the night before. But every time at 10 o'clock, it's still there and it melts by noon. Vegas stacker supposed to be reinvesting in the dividends. Yeah, I just get these dividend checks. I don't know. It's not much. It's only like maybe $12 and something on this stock and 15 on this one and $7 on that one. I got one dividend check in for like $1.59. Come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I should have it to where it goes right back into it, but I'm getting tired of them. I'm thinking about cashing them out. Me and Mrs. T are thinking about cashing them out. Uh, 3 more years. 3 more years. Ellie sent you a pic as well. Yes, I know. I saw her. I saw she posted. I got sidetracked into talking, but I think you sent me through text. Oh, see, I think she sent me through email. Oh, okay, I don't. Let me see. I've never tried this before. I don't know if I can close my phone without ending the stream. Can I? No. What? Wait. Still here, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know here. Reconnecting. Reconnecting. Did I, when I closed that down, were you still able to hear me? I was checking out the pictures from OC Stacker and it said I had to reconnect. Oh, me. I may have, I don't know if I was on talking, but I seen a picture of water skiing. I was asking if that was you. It's the first time I ever closed. I closed my live. I didn't close it down, but I dropped it and I opened up my text messages so I could see your picture. But yeah, 5 times 5, 3 hours later. If that was you on the water skiing, that's awesome. Oh, I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's because I shut my phone down. Maybe I wonder if Mrs. T, when she turned down the TV, if she's sucking up my, maybe she's sucking up my bandwidth. You think so? That was you in high school? Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't start water skiing until I was. Let me see. Oh, try to think. It was 1999. 1999 when I first learned to water ski. I think I water skied in 1999 to 2005. I have not water skied since 2005. So I have not water skied in 20 years. Wow, has it been that long? Wow. Wow. But I used to love the water ski. Used to do it every weekend, every summer in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but boy, could I water ski. And I did eventually get going fast enough to where I was able to lose that water ski. And the first time when I tried it, I got rid of the water ski. I took the 1 foot out of the slalom ski and I put it down. And I was actually skiing on my foot and the uh, the slalom ski. And I went to go try to kick. The first time I went to go do it, I went to go try to kick the water ski off. When I did, I sank like a rock in the water. But I was able to successfully do it twice, going, water skiing fast enough, taking 1 foot out and doing it, and then losing the other ski and actually still be, barefooting. I didn't do it for very long, only probably for about a minute, maybe minute and a half. But I did it without any skis. And that's really tough on the feet. Let me tell you, that is really tough on the skis or on the feet. But I think I'm still of um, good sound and body. I don't know if that's a right way to say it. If I was to go out water skiing this summer, I think I could still do it. Energetic and you know in good health enough to still water ski. I'm certain I can. Um, could I in another 5 years? I don't know. I don't know, but I know here at 59 this next month coming up, I know I could. I'm certain of it. I don't think I would want to fall like I did again and skip across the water because I don't think I haven't broken any bones in 15, 20 years. So, already, everyone, um, we're definitely way over the 2 hour mark. I know OC's probably thinking it's going to be the 3 hour tour, but no, it's not. Mrs. T-Bird's in the other room. I'm going to spend a little time with her, and it's 2:45 a.m. Oh, snap. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I hope you guys appreciate a lot of the stuff, some of the things that I brought out and showed you, my coinage, my some of my proof sets, and some of my unopened, some of my another bar of silver in there. Some of my unopened mint sets. One of these days I'll open. I opened the 72 and 71. I've never opened the other ones. And I've got another stack just like that. But good night, OC. Good night, Ellie Ellie. Good night, Raka. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Appreciate and love each and every one of you. Glad I brought some kind of joy to your lives. Hopefully, um, maybe we'll see you out there tomorrow night. I don't know. I wanted to pour tonight. Maybe I'll do some pouring tomorrow. Who knows? What's the word? OC Stacker and Ellie Ellie and Rocket knows. Bird's the word. Good night, Emma. Take care. Good night. T-Bird out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I only got 55 more minutes and it'll be 3 hours. Next time, OC. Good night, all.